in the trade for a while, we've been giving you all that help. You've got that 1,000 up to £1,200 initially to start your business. What have you done with it? What has your business done in return?
And this is after the 6-month period.
Yeah, so you know, it's basically they'll ask you after a period of time. They'll say to you, right, okay, what have you done? What are you making now? And then they'll assess you. They'll say, okay, yes, you're entitled for more help. We'll help you a bit more until you can stand on your own 2 feet. Or, sorry, you're not doing anything at all. Because some people, they might just say, oh, this is really easy. I'll just sit back and relax and do absolutely nothing. And at the end of the period, when they ask me, I say, well, I'm not getting any money. I'm sorry. And start to become dependent. Now, not only is that illegal, but it's also haram in our religion. Because the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said that every single Muslim cannot be idle. You have to constantly be pursuing something, pursuing a trade. You have to be looking for a way to get out of your situation. Not just sit there and wait and just pray. It's not about pray. It's prayer and action. You have to do action, and then Allah provides or makes the opening for you. You have to have faith in Allah, and Allah makes the opening for you. So that's another issue. So you got that. What have we covered now? We covered that £200, and then most people that I get, lots of people as well, emailing me and calling me up and saying to me, you know, if I start up a business, I'm going to struggle with the rent, housing benefit and stuff like that. Actually, it's just a roll-on. Because once you're actually once you're entitled to all these other things as well, you just inform the housing benefits department or your housing or your local council that you are basically self-employed and you are in this trial period of your trade. They will help you. They can potentially give you 100% for your rent, or they can at least give you up to up to 100%, depending on, how much savings you have and all that stuff. So I can't really give them a specific figure on that. Did you want to add something, Ashraf?
So really, if you're on benefits, you can only win by trying and pursuing this opportunity that they're giving you.
Yeah.
Now you mentioned that you can get £50 a week even if you are employed. Is there a threshold to the amount you can be earning to qualify for that scheme?
It's people on a low income. So I mean, how would you define a low income? Maybe like under £1,000 a month or something like that. But if you're like earning, let's say, £2,000, £3,000, you're on a good income like yourself, then you're not entitled to it. Basically,
I got you. Yeah.
It's not for people that are high income. Otherwise, it's meant for the people that are very low, or just starting out, or just getting back into employment.
Maybe.
Graduates or something like that on a very low income. They're starting maybe at part-time or close to part-time hours.
Can I just ask?
Yeah.
How difficult is the business plan you need to present to them to prove your business is worthwhile, this investment? Does it have to be a complicated scheme, or can you talk to them?
Oh, no. You see, the thing is, most people, they think they need to write a really detailed business plan. And I covered that last week. I said, people shouldn't write the 20, 30-page business plan. Most business plans should be like 6, maybe 9 pages maximum, just detailing what the idea is and where it's going and how many clients you need to get to break even. And remember, I covered break even. Well, you work out the costs, and then you work out how much sales you need to make to cover that cost, so you're not actually losing money, you're not making money, but you're just in the middle.
But so is this format presentable to the council to get your investment from them?
Well, the thing is, first of all, what they'll do, once you start to indicate your interest, and I am going to, inshallah, in the future, I'm going to bring business advisors on the show, and we can interrogate them. We can ask them
find out the raw details.
The raw details. But what actually happens, they put you in with like Business Link initially, and then from Business Link, it puts you in touch with your local enterprise trust. And then the enterprise trust basically starts guiding you through the plan step by step, and then you basically show them the business plan, and they will explain to you exactly what you're entitled to. But the whole thing is, it's actually easier if you actually tell them that you want to be a window cleaner or a bookkeeper or something like that, something very simple. Something simple that anyone can understand what you're doing. Then if you're saying to them, look, I've got this new invention and I need to get a patent and I need to get manufacturing done, and it's really complicated stuff, it's a very specialized trade, they would probably step back a little bit and say, whoa, you need like £500,000 investment. We can't give you that. You're only going to get up to like that's £200, £800. You've got to work with that. You can't tell them, look, you need £500,000 investment kind of business.
Well,
So, yeah,
there's a phrase we always use in programming, because you can always like architect all these crazy different algorithms. It's called KISS. Keep it simple, stupid. So no matter how crazy your idea is, just try dumbing it down so normal people can understand and get it, and then you get more people buying in. But that's really good to hear. So you pretty much, you have your idea, you talk to them about it, and they help you through the process. Because I always thought maybe I'd need to hire an accountant to help me through my scheme or something like that. But
no, not at all. Well, you know, if you're starting and you've got savings and all that stuff, and you're not entitled to all this government help, then you would have to go through, you know, specialists and get your accountants on board, the lawyer on board and stuff. But we're trying to give this advice to people that are currently in this situation where they're struggling. So anyway, we'll continue just after the commercial, inshallah. See you at the other side. Sorry.
IQRA TV, connecting you to the source.
Assalamu alaikum and welcome back. You're watching I Mean Business, and we're covering Zero or Do You Want to Be a Hero? And I'm with my co-host Ashraf Hegab, and we were just going through the course that we're just delivering today.
Yeah, we just finished off talking about the investment opportunities provided by the government to jumpstart a drive in the economy.
Yeah.
And I think the next topic was national insurance.
That's right, yeah. We talked about tax, we talked about you know, tax credits, talked about the self-employment grant of £800. We talked about, you know, the discretionary fund that you can get new clothes or any sort of uniform that you need for the trade. So we covered quite a lot. And on the previous show we covered how to start the business and focus, Danielson, Mr. Miyagi, you know, that kind of stuff. So yeah, you want to add something, Ashraf?
Well, I'm just saying, like, all these points, focus is always the key, and just make sure that you are going to be doing it, an ethical business.
That's right, yeah. Absolutely, that's true. Now, we've got a lot to cover.
Yeah.
And we've only got half of the show left to go. So we're going to move on, and the next point I'm going to talk about is national insurance. Now, for self-employment, especially if you're starting a sole trader or a limited company and you're fairly small, there's two types of national insurance that you have to pay. There's something called National Insurance Class 2, right, which is about £2.40 a week. So every week you pay them £2.40. And don't worry, if you haven't got enough money or you're not generating revenue from your business, you can apply for a certificate called a low income exemption. So you don't actually need to pay that £2.40. But that £2.40 really goes towards your state pension. So you need to really be contributing at least 30 years of national insurance, then you can then start to receive state pension. The next national insurance that you need to pay is called Class 4, which at the moment is 8%, but it's going to go up to 9%. It was announced this tax budget that it's going to be raised to 9% of what you're taking. Now, if you want to keep everything on the low scale and you don't want to be charged, you know, tax, so you want to start the business on a very small scale and you want to really invest in the business more, try to take less than £450 out of the business every single month, and you don't need to pay any national insurance or you don't need to pay any tax, because you've got something called personal allowance.
Okay.
Right? So every individual, if you're a single person, you've got something like 6,400 and something pounds. I'm not a tax expert, but we had a tax expert, Tahir Beggs. And as long as you're taking that personal allowance, you don't need to pay any tax. After that point, then you pay 20% tax. And like yourself, you're paying on a high band of tax if you're taking, you know, a large income.
Is this business 9% tax on your profit made, or is it on your revenue? Or
it's on your drawing.